Mr. James from Charm City Karate. This week, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is the 3 laws of self-defense. Kempo has a lot of rules, a lot of principles that it tries to drill into you. I'm sure other martial arts do too. But it doesn't really have laws. And what I mean is, you know, rules are there, but you break rules all the time, you know. If the circumstance is right, you break them. Like speed limits. Speed limits are rules. You know, cops break them all the time because they have to get somewhere important. If you're in the back of an ambulance, you want the ambulance to go really fast. You want it to break that speed limit rule. But gravity is a law. You don't break gravity. Speed of light is a law. You don't break that one. So, laws you don't break. And there are only 3 laws to self-defense. The first one is get off the line of attack. You have to do this. If you don't get off the line of attack, you just keep going backwards. The guy keeps throwing punches or kicks or whatever it is, and you get hit. You cannot retreat faster than he can advance. And no matter how good you are, sooner or later you screw up and he hits you. I've seen skilled martial artists get taken out by bozos because they went back in a straight line. You see guys under pressure that don't practice moving offline get taken out by people with nowhere near as much skill because they panic. It happens. Get off the line of attack. If you don't know what a line of attack is, if a guy punches at you here, that's the line of attack. You draw a straight line from wherever the attack starts to you, that's the line of attack. If a train is coming at you, those railroad tracks are the line of attack. You wouldn't run down the tracks to try and get away from the train. It's not going to work. You would step off the railroad tracks. Think about how many times you've watched a movie where somebody in it is running down the street to get away from the car. And you think, get out of the street, dummy. It's the same thing. Get off the line of attack. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is that you never, ever contest the opponent's power. What this means is, you don't do anything that relies on you being stronger than the other guy is. Any move that requires you to have a contest of strength with your opponent is dumb. It's not going to work. It might work today. It might work in the dojo. It may have worked for you 9 times out of 10. The thing is, sooner or later, it's not going to work. All right? Think about this. Would it work for you against a pro football player? Would it work for you against a professional wrestler? Okay? I'm not saying those are the kind of guys you're going to be fighting, but they might be. And that fight, is that the time you want to be like, oh no, it didn't work? No. You don't want to rely on a move that requires your strength to be superior, because sooner or later it will not be, and then it won't work. You want to have tools in your toolbox that require skill, not strength. So, look at whatever skill you're learning, where the real base of it is. And if the base of it is you being stronger, it's not a good one. Okay? Violates that basic law, get rid of it. Okay. 3rd law, last one. Hit until it's over. You don't hit somebody once, dance back and go, what'd you think of that? Huh? You don't hit the guy a few times and then wait and see how he reacts or see if he's had enough. You hit him until it's over. Now, depending on the environment you're in, over can have a lot of different meanings. Over can mean the referee steps in and waves it off. Over can mean the teachers run in and break it up and drag you 2 backwards. Over can mean the police show up and say, everybody lay down on the ground. Over can mean the guy cannot get up and continue the fight. But you hit until it is over. Over can also mean you can now get away. But you don't hit him a few times and then see what happens. You hit until the fight is over. If you stop early and he recovers, it's going to be very bad for you. I saw a street fight once where a guy hit his opponent a few times, the opponent fell down, he turned, started walking away with this cool strut. The dude jumped up and came after him, hit the guy who was strutting away, and beat him down. The guy that got knocked down wasn't really hurt. He just fell down. I guess he'd learned this trick somewhere, so that the first guy would stop hitting him. Ta-da, he's Superman! He beat that guy bad. Don't be that guy, all right? You hit until it's over. All right, so 3 laws for self-defense. That's it. Now, if your instructor or your sensei or the video you're watching that's teaching you this cool technique or the book you're reading or whatever isn't teaching you those 3 things, it's not good. Okay? And you can analyze individual ideas and techniques by those. If something you're learning doesn't tell you to get off the line of attack, it's not a good idea. If it doesn't tell you to continue until it is over, it's not a good idea. Everything should be looked at through the glass of those 3 laws. Okay? Now, if you're training for sport and tournaments, totally different universe. I'm not going to give you any input on that stuff. Okay? But I will say, if you're going to fight in tournaments, getting off the line of attack, still pretty important. All right? And you probably don't need things that require strength a whole lot, because it's all about like hit the guy and put your hand up and dance around like peacock. So I guess it doesn't matter then. You probably still want to hit the guy until somebody yells stop, point. So anyway, all right, 3 laws of self-defense. Love them, cherish them, practice them, or, be really sad when you're the guy on the ground. I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. See you guys next time.